am the secretary, and that involves just creating the minutes and sending any correspondence to the advisory board members, sending them thank you letters. That's basically it. Anything else the executive director wants me to do. Well, after I retired, I wanted to keep busy doing something, not just keep busy, but doing some worthwhile things I didn't have time to do when I was working. And I thought that Progeny was a good thing to do because I've heard about all the good things that has been done through Progeny for the past 19 years and saw some good results from some students and how they've succeeded. So that was one of the things I decided to do. My last position was with the Department of Social Services as a workforce consultant / job developer. In 1996, welfare reform was started, and I was actually working at the tax commission at the time. But when I heard about what welfare reform was doing, I said I wanted to be a part of it because it was taking welfare recipients off the rolls and helping them become employed and able to take care of their families themselves. And I wanted to be a part of that. So I started working with the Department of Social Services then. I also, like I said, I worked for the tax commission for about 3 years. And then I had a stint in there where I worked with the Area Agency on Aging for about 4 years. But 23 years of my life was with the Department of Social Services, helping individuals get off the welfare rolls and into training and employment opportunities that would help them take care of their families and themselves. As a workforce consultant, I had to work with employers, and a part of that was making sure that they knew how much we appreciated them and what their role was in helping us get our clients off of the rolls. So I had to keep in contact with them and just make sure that they knew that they were valued. Yeah. Well, right now we're in mainly like the planning stages and the building stage, and that's a good thing because I think Ms. Dawson did a good job with choosing people that would be just as excited as she is about the mission of Power Progeny. So I guess seeing the perseverance, because any startup business I think it takes perseverance in the beginning because things start off a little slowly, but we realize that we're building and we're trying to build a solid foundation. So when we do have that onslaught of people coming in and taking advantage of Power Progeny, we'll be ready, because if they come in too soon, we won't be ready. So we want to be ready and ready to hit the ground running. When I was a teenager, I was actually chosen to be a part of a program which you probably never heard of. It's called the Jackman Relocation Program. And it actually took high school students from the South, and it placed them in homes in the Midwest and the Northeast. And I was actually placed with a family in Orange City, Iowa, with a college professor and his family. And there was of course, there was a small college there. And I learned the differences in regions and in families, and because of course I'm a Baptist, and they were Catholics, and so I went to catechism classes, and of course the town that we lived in, Orange City, was mainly Caucasian. There were probably about 3 or 4 African Americans in the whole town. But I was actually introduced to a sweet young lady named Nita, who actually went to the college, so she became like a mentor to me. Met some people that lived in Sioux City, Iowa, and of course some of them were like Native Americans, and they did things like horseback riding and all that kind of stuff. So I learned, and of course the things that they ate were different, because I'm used to eating grits for breakfast, and they ate oatmeal. So I learned pretty quickly that things were there was a big difference in this world and people, but people were people. I mean, they were sweet people, they were nice people. The plan was for me to finish high school in Orange City, Iowa, and then probably go to the college. Of course, every time I came home, I was homesick, so I didn't quite make it that far. But I appreciate the learning at an early age, I think, the differences in the people that I met, and that people are just people. We just have to learn each other and appreciate each other's differences. And of course, working for the years that I worked, I've often been the only female in the room when I became a workforce consultant, because but being the only female or only African American in the room is not a bad thing. It's just a thing. And like, again, people are people, but we have to realize our own value and then value the things that other people bring to the table. Yeah. I would like to see, and I thought about this a lot too, I would like to see us grow as large as we can be effective in helping the people that I believe need the services that Power Progeny has. Because as a Christian, I believe that God is so specific that he will connect people in different ways. And I believe that there's a population out there that needs what Power Progeny has. And so whether that's 100 people or 1,000 people or 100,000 people or 1 million people, I want Progeny to grow, like I said, with a firm foundation, so that when those people come and they're connected to Power Progeny, that we have what they need in order to be all that they can be. And that's not a number, but I think it's more of an assignment. I think I would say that it's Power Progeny would help an individual become all that God has created them to be. Because, and I think I wrote an article a little while ago, and one of the scriptures that I love is the Psalms 139, where the word says that we're fearfully and wonderfully made. We're all created differently. God took a whole lot of time carefully creating each one of us, and he put the values and the ideas in each one of us. And I think organizations like Power Progeny makes us appreciate and celebrate those differences. And when we bring all those differences to the table and appreciate what the other one has, and takes the time to listen to what that other person says, and appreciate their background and appreciate where they came from, and celebrate it, and we find confidence in who we are. And because we're appreciating each other, we can work together better. Then if we can all get together with that mindset, then the world would be a better place. I think it would be a better place. And I believe that Power Progeny can help with that process. So I would say that it would be an opportunity for that teacher to be able to have the tools to help their student value themselves, and hopefully join Power Progeny so that we can help them help their students.